Hi, it's Ken Christian. I'm shooting this today from a balcony nearby an intersection. And the reason you're not going to see me in this, you're going to see just the outside world, is because it's raining in Sacramento. It's actually not quite summer officially by the calendar, but it's been summer weather for some time, and it's raining. And what's the big deal? Well, it doesn't rain in Sacramento hardly at all. I'm talking about, you might as well say it doesn't rain in Sacramento from about mid to late April all the way till October. And today it's raining, the streets are wet. It'll probably cause accidents. But people, when it rains in Sacramento in the summer, really don't even know what to do. They freak out. They either wrap up in heavy coats and arrange themselves so that they're just like it's winter, or they walk around with shorts on and don't know what's going on. And it kind of reminds me of one time when I was in Hawaii on a vacation in the middle of winter, and what happened was it was windy and the temperature actually dropped into the high 60s. I remember one day it was about 69 or 67 maybe, and outside on the beach in front of the place I was staying was an old man, an Asian man, bending into the wind at 67, 69 degrees, bending into the wind and trudging on the beach with a huge coat on, as if it was the dead of winter. And it's amazing. And I bring all this up because whatever you get used to is what you begin to think is what is normal. And what's the implication of that? Well, we live our lives that way. We get used to whatever our normal is. And if we're behind, we get used to being behind. If we don't take risks, we get used to an absence of risk in our life. If we play everything only by the book and don't introduce anything new, novel, or creative, then we get very used to that. And the point is that we think what we're used to kind of is reality. And what we're used to is only really our reality. If you grew up in a culture where every dish was spicy, if you grew up in a culture where there were grains of sand in your food, you'd be used to that. And even if you didn't like it, it would seem peculiar to you for things to be different. Well, that's the way it is with the rest of our life. And we can introduce something by choice to break up these patterns and to give us more opportunity. Here comes a gentleman, actually, who's not all wrapped up in a coat. You can see he's crossing in shorts. But you might see somebody, well, there's a guy with a backpack, but he's put on a baseball cap. But I've seen people walking with very, very heavy coats on today. And in fact, I saw a woman with an umbrella when there were way before the rain came, there were 27 drops of rain that had fallen, and she was trudging along with a huge umbrella as if it was a winter storm. So all of that is different reactions people have to a situation that isn't what they're prepared for or they're used to. And I want you to think today a little bit about what you're prepared for and used to, and how it could change if you made some conscious decisions to introduce something new into your life. There's somebody with a hoodie on across the way, and another woman with a hoodie but no hood up. Okay, you've seen enough. You've heard my story. Have a great day. This is day 35 of my YouTube 90-day challenge, and I am really, really enjoying the YouTube challenge. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.